Welcome back. Today I'm talking about how to build trust in marketing. This is huge today. We have a crisis of trust like we have never experienced before, and it is not going back to the way that it used to be. So in this video, I am going to share with you exactly the steps that you can take to build trust in your marketing. So stick We have three challenges as marketers, and that is we have to stand out, we have to build trust, and we have to be memorable so that when our prospects are ready to make that buying decision, they think of us, they trust us, and they know about us, right? These are the three biggest challenges in marketing. But what has changed is that our trust as consumers of all kinds, yourself included, is so hard to come by today because of what's happened in the world over the past 10 years. Just looking at the US, we've got political upheaval, we've got economic upheaval, we've got COVID happened, the way that your government responded to the pandemic, the way that your family responded. There are rifts in family, and best friendships ended because of the way we all dealt with COVID or how we thought about politics or whatnot. And it caused this distrust, the seeds of which were actually planted back in the Great Recession, back in 2010, 11, 12, and they have just gotten amplified and gotten worse. So we as marketers have to overcome this huge trust crisis. It is perhaps our number one challenge today because it is so difficult. So I'm going to talk today about three things that you can do that will absolutely help you to build trust with these skeptical prospects today. So number one, the first thing that you can do to build trust amongst the prospects that you are trying to reach is transparency. What we don't want is sales pitches on autopilot, marketing speak, pitchy advertisements, everything's glossy and perfect all the time. I don't know where you've been the last 10 years, but our world's been anything but perfect, and we all know it, and it has come to a head. And if you ignore that, you are causing yourself a loss of trust. So talking with transparency about whatever your little corner of the world is whatever you solve as your business, talking about real things that are happening in the world, talking about things that have gone wrong in your business, customers that you disappointed, talking about that. Nothing builds trust like that, to say, guys, we really screwed up, but we learned from it, and here's what we're doing differently. And just talking like a real person to another real person. So picture that your friend or your colleague or your neighbor is reading whatever you're writing, is noticing it on social media, is watching your video, and just have a conversation. And don't be like, we recognize the challenges today that our customers face, and we address those challenges, blah, blah, blah. We have a 97% rating. I don't care, because all of your competitors are claiming those same things. So tell me the truth about one of those 3%ers, and wow, I will respect you and I will trust you, because I will see that y'all are just a bunch of human beings rather than a business out only to make a profit. So talk about things that went wrong. Talk about how you struggled during the pandemic to keep the lights on. Talk about how hard it is to get employees, and then shine spotlights on the ones who stuck with you, and talk about them, but use transparency in your marketing at every stop. Which brings me to my second point. The second thing that you can do that is really important to build trust in marketing is to use real people in your stories, in your advertisements, in your photographs, in your videos, real human beings, real customers, real people, not models, not stock photographs of the perfectly diverse group of friends or family. We are so tired of the fakeness. Give us the real deal, real, flawed, wonderful people that aren't perfect, just talking about your company, talking about Sue in accounts receivable who really helped them through an issue, telling those types of stories, using real people as the foundation for those builds trust today. We immediately distrust anything that even smells a little bit of being not authentic, and stock photos and perfect people doing perfect things in a perfect way. Gah. So using real people is the second strategy that you can implement. The third thing that you can do to establish trust in your prospects is to talk about your values as a company, your values as a collective of human beings that is out to solve your prospects' challenges. What does your company stand for? What does your company believe in? Now, you may think that this is dangerous, but I will tell you, if you are homogenized and trying to be everything to everybody, you are nothing special to anybody in particular. Now, I know we've all seen like Chick-fil-A and other companies take a stand on something that's important to them, and it turns off part of the population. But if you look at Chick-fil-A's numbers, their profitability has been ridiculous ever since they took a stand. Whether or not you agree with that stand, there are millions of people who do, who are now more loyal to Chick-fil-A and will spend more money there, will spend more money on a meal from there as opposed to the competition, will spend more money on a repeated basis, and will be far more forgiving if they don't get the right order in the drive-thru or something, because they align with that company. So sharing your real values, not just, we believe in helping humanity. Come on. What do you stand for? What do you believe in? There is nothing that will develop a strong following of ambassadors who will be loyal, who will refer you, who will stick with you, who will help amplify your story quicker than sharing your values and aligning with the same people out there who believe what you believe. Risky, maybe. Profitable and transparent and authentic and genuine, 1,000%. I hope these have been helpful to you. Go ahead and subscribe. I send out a newsletter that's very simple, easy read, non-annoying, I promise. Got some fun stuff. I tell dad jokes, all the things. Go ahead and subscribe to that if you like this. There will be more of this. I send it out a couple times a month. Thanks.